Let hands call many people. It's a very expensive phone call over here. Yeah. Hello, konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Leave that over there. Can you hear me? All right. That's the extent of my Japanese, so I apologize if the rest of the talk is going to be almost entirely in English. I also apologize in that I am rather sick, so please bear with my water drinking and coughing. I was brought over here by infomarks from Portland, Oregon, all the way up there in the corner of the US, where OSCON comes from, the O'Reilly Open Source Conferences, maybe some of you have been there, to warn you about the coming zombie apocalypse. Or as we like to refer to it, Z-Day. When the unthinking armies of the undead will rule the earth. So in Portland, we take preparation for Z-Day very, very seriously. We recently held a conference, and we showed training films, and just like you guys run worry about earthquakes over here, we ran disaster preparedness drills in a local area. We did rather well, I think. I did my civic duty by volunteering. So, being a zombie, it's not so bad. You don't get sick. You don't have to worry about your job. You don't have to worry about making money. Goth chicks dig zombies. They're already in the United States right now. Zombies don't really have to make a whole lot of decisions. They can just follow the crowd. And what do all zombies want? Brains. 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 Thank you, my zombie board. Zombies eat brains. Zombies feed on brains. But, so we're programming languages. Perl lives on brains. It lives on your brains. The Perl is in danger of having its brain supply cut off. Whenever I talk about Perl, one of the most common things that I hear is, anybody use that anymore? Let me tell you, I never get tired of hearing that one. Quite obviously, we do, or people do use this. How many, what is it, 500 people attending here? The largest YAPC ever? Yeah, 500 people here, the largest YAPC in the world. Obviously, people are using it. So where is that coming from? Another thing that I love to hear is, Perl is like COBOL. Meaning the only reason that people write Perl is because they already have a big mess of Perl to deal with. So Perl is the legacy language of the web. he has some wonderful related blog notes on his own blog. One of the things he shows is the average CPAN uploads by month. So here's 2007, here's 2008. That's over 700 uploads a month. And more than doubled over last year. That's not dead. That's quite lively, I'd say. This is one that was done recently by, I don't recall his name unfortunately. What the graph is showing is the freshness of CPAN. What it's showing is that 1/4 of all the distributions on CPAN have been updated in the last 4 months. 1/4. 1/2 of all distributions on CPAN have been updated in the last 17 months. So half of CPAN is somewhere has been uploaded somewhere between 2007 and 2008. Again, quite widely for a headband. This is a graph of the Pro conferences by year. So over here in 1999, there was the Pro conference, and then there was YAPSI, and then there was YAPSI Europe and the Pro conference in YAPSI, and then I think there was a Pro workshop. But now we're up to 21 conferences this year in 2008 are scheduled. That's quite a lot, but again, the trend is still going upwards and upwards and upwards. So Perl isn't dead, and Perl is still quite growing. But there is a problem, and the problem is perception. We all know Perl isn't dying, but does anybody else know? And if everyone isn't made aware of that, then they'll keep repeating, Perl is dead, Perl is dead. And people outside Perl will believe it. They don't know any better. Well, they know that Perl is dead. They don't know anything else about Perl, so Perl must be dead. And then they won't try Perl. And why is that bad? It means no tasty brains for zombie Perl. It means that we don't get fresh new programmers coming into Perl, new projects, and new jobs. And they will eventually dry out, and then we will finally taper off and fall down. So the perception can become the reality if we're not careful. So how do we get to this point? How do we get here? We had the web. We had O'Reilly. We were O'Reilly's darling. I don't know how much. I wonder how many sports cars and big houses that we bought for Tim O'Reilly on the books. In a great way, actually. We're an integral part of most Unix distributions. So what happened? Well, Chip Salzenberg said, Chip's the one on the right. Chip Salzenberg quoted Gandhi, and Gandhi was talking about the Indian Revolution against the British, and Chip was talking about Topaz. Anybody remember Topaz? Yeah. Before there was Perl 6, there was Topaz. This was Chip's mad idea to rewrite Perl 5 in C++. It was sort of the first Perl 6. And what he said about Topaz and Perl in general is that first they ignore you, and then they laugh at you. Boy, do we get laughed at early on. And then they fight you, and then you win. Well, we won. What now? And so Perl won, effectively, the web, and then we became the empire. And we ignored Ruby. And we laughed at PHP. And we fought with Python. And now maybe they're going to win. So, again, what happened to bring us to this situation? Well, one thing happened is that Perl is no longer unique. Back in the 90s, I wish I could use a little ice. I can't. And when the web was just starting out, everybody remember NCSA Mosaic? Yeah, all right. If you wanted to do something quick and get it done really fast and have a new web programming language and have something that's reasonably extensible, well, there was Shell, the Shell of the toy, and it only works on Unix, and there's C, but there's really nothing rapid about programming C. PHP, again, 1995, too late. And at that point, it was a laughable toy, truly. Python, well, Python 1.0, again, came out in 1994, too late. Took a long time to get it out of the research world into the practical world. Perl's been around, Perl 4 was around 1991. It was already installed on a lot of machines. It was there, it was available, had a CGI library, worked pretty well. Obvious choices on the web. You can write the code fast, you can run reasonably fast, it's extensible. You don't have to know a whole lot about programming to write a Perl program. And there's an install base. There was Perl, and that was about it. So we took over the web. There was a niche to be filled, and Perl filled it. And there was nobody else that really contending against us. And Perl tore across the web like an American cowboy on a steed. We blazed the trail, and we showed that a programming language could be both easy to write and fast, which up to that point was it was thought to be two different things. And we made it dead easy to write websites. So we owned the web 1.0. And we kept getting better and better at it. And we kept getting faster and faster putting together websites in Perl. And the web 2.0 happened. And we missed it. We kept working on the web 1.0. And we sort of ignored RSS, and we sort of ignored JavaScript, and we sort of ignored CSS in a lot of ways. I have speaking generalities, of course. We truly hated JavaScript because at the beginning, JavaScript was truly hateful. And we refined on a dying technique. We refined our 1.0 web techniques to a fine point. All the while that it was becoming obsolete. We grew up on the web 1.0. PHP and Ruby are growing up on the web 2. There's a generation gap between the Perl communities and the PHP and Ruby communities. Generation gap is all 5 years, but that's eons in computer time. So Perl is stuck thinking about HTML and hyperlinks, and Ruby and PHP are thinking about CSS and Ajax, and we're a generation behind. And being a generation behind means death. The bad kind of death. The kind of death that doesn't involve eating brains. So we missed the web 2.0, and now we have to play catch up. And we are playing catch up. The community is finally catching on that JavaScript is really cool and it's grown up, and CSS is awesome, and it means that you can do all sorts of fantastic things. There were a number of fantastic talks on the subject. There was P-Query and all of Amy's crazy JavaScript stuff, and Jesse's new Prophet, and I'm sick, so my brain is gone. Something else happened. While we were refining our web 1.0 skills, the dynamic languages grew up. So PHP and Ruby and Python, they all got better and they got faster. And they went through, Perl went through its Perl 4 to Perl 5 transition back in 1994. And it continued for a number of years. And then a few years later, PHP started to go through it. Well, PHP is still going through it. Ruby went through it, Python went through it, and they started to attract more people, attract more brains, and get their own libraries and modules. And Perl is no longer the only game in town. Now we're going to do something that we're not used to. We have to compete on equal terms with our peers. We're not used to having peers. We're used to competing with Java, or .NET, or C++, or Visual Basic, which are rather different programming languages. So now we have serious direct competitors for our programming niche. Back then in the 90s, if you wanted to write code quickly, it was just Perl. And there was no choice. There was no choice. Now, if you want to write dynamic code, but don't really like the whole there's one way to do it thing, you want somebody to tell you one way to do it, you can go and try Python. If you want to write code fast, but you really like a clean OO system, you can go try Ruby. If you want to slap some web code together and don't really care about the code, you can go try PHP. So these are all things that are leeching away from what was previously the only choice was Perl. They're doing those things better. We never had to deal with this before. It's kind of odd. So there's this idea that was thrown out at one of the bar camps, I can't remember who, of full programming. Full programming is try out a few things, and then see what happens. With code, you basically you read it, you hack on it a little bit, kind of try it out, see if it works. If it works, great. You just made something new, with no formal training whatsoever. And this is really a way to learn how to program without ever intending to learn how to program. I learned this way. How many people learn this way? All right, a few hesitant hands. So 90s Perl was great at bulk programming, because there are really three things you need to be really good at bulk programming. You need the source code. If you don't have the source code programming it, well, you can't do anything. So C is no good at it. Java isn't very good at it, because they might compile. And compile, no good. Perl, you have the source code, if you're on the server side. There's simplicity. It has to be able to, so someone can just pick it up and look at it and kind of read it through like a book and figure it out and go, there's this place I want to change that does the print, and there's a string I don't like, and I'll just change it, and it works again. Very few subroutines or modules, no frameworks, and you can just take a file and dump it into your CGI bin directory and try it out in the web browser and see that it works. Or get a 500 server error and go into other people on IRC. This is what we refer to as baby Perl, or minimal Perl, and it has its place. And finally, you need fast visual results. So you have to be able to quickly try it and see the results of your work. It can't be abstract or anything like that. So in the 90s, running a secure program in the web browser was an incredibly fast turnaround, and it was incredibly accessible compared to everything that had come before. You didn't really need to know any, Unix command line food. You could just, after you uploaded the thing, you just point a better at it. You could do it. Perl did all that. HTML programming, kind of, also encouraged bulk programming. So what happened? Well, we lost the simplicity. For good reasons. Perl programmers become more sophisticated. We started packing more and more code into our modules and our frameworks. So the control flow became difficult for a non-programmer to follow, because it's not all right in front of them on a page. Now they've got to refer to some other module, they have to know how to find that thing in order to do some reading. It's not obvious where you just tweak things. And worse, it wasn't obvious how to install it. No longer could you just take a file and dump it into your CGI directory and run it. You had to go install CMAT modules. All very good reasons for writing this way, we hopefully know. But it does damage bulk programming. The other problem is the fast and visual result turnaround. Perl hasn't changed in that respect, but what's considered fast and visual has changed. It's gotten, the world has gotten faster and more visual, and web browsers more sophisticated. Perl hasn't necessarily moved with it. To get an idea of who does bulk programming really well now, JavaScript. Java is right there in your web browser. You don't even need to log onto a server to get it. You just go to the web page and say, hey, wow, it's doing something really neat. You open up the source of the web page, you look at it. If it's Grease Monkey, or if you have Grease Monkey, or Web Developer, or Firebug, you don't even need an editor. It's already in your web browser. You can just try it and tweak it, until it does what you need. This is amazingly fast turnaround. This is amazingly accessible. And JavaScript is turning the browser into a fairly serious GUI. So you can now see very, very visual results out of your JavaScript. And this really sucks non-programmers in. But even JavaScript is starting to bog down in library calls. Now there's Google's library code, Yahoo's library code, and this and that. Yahoo Pipes is doing full programming by allowing people to connect up RSS and JSON and mash it all together and get very visual results. They can't see the underlying source code of it, but Yahoo is allowing them to plug things together and do some programming. Again, in a very fast, simple, and visual way. PHP inherited baby Perl, full programming role. PHP, in particular, PHP plugins to, this is WordPress. So it's an editor, and the editor is, again, built right into the web browser. You don't even need to have an editor or log into your Unix machine or anything. And I can go ahead and get the PHP code that makes up my website. This is fantastic. This is amazing is we'll suck people straight in who are not programmers, and they will learn PHP. So Perl is having trouble encouraging folk programming. Why? Well, I guess there's no why, I just told you why. And this is a problem. Now, digress for a moment. I've attended a couple of things called bar camp. I don't know if you guys have bar camps over here. Oh, you do? Okay. Small. So a bar camp is an informal geek conference. They're typically held, well, around the U.S. I don't know about around the world. The U.S. is people in Japan. They're usually a few hundred people, and they're self-scheduling using a grid. You literally put a grid on the wall, and then you take sticky notes, and you write whatever you want to talk about on it, and you slap it up on the grid, and the grid is time and room. And you do this the night before the conference. So there's no conference schedulers. There are people who, get the rooms together and everything, but no person is deciding beforehand what you're going to hear at the conference. It's sort of the wiki of conferences. And I've been to a few of these. There was just one in Portland recently, and it was very nice. And they're a really great mix of different interests and technologies that I wouldn't normally think to or have the opportunity to associate with people in totally different communities. And I always learn a lot whenever I go to these things, whenever I venture outside the normal Perl conferences. Because there are things that you know, and there are things that you don't know, and then there are things you don't know you don't know. And you can't, the problem with things you don't know is you can't learn them because you don't know you don't know them. Are the translators keeping up? Sorry. Well, bar camp allows you to learn things you didn't know you didn't know. I'll just move on. To give you an idea, some of the things that are on this wall here, some of the session topics: peak oil, Calgator, new calendar software, after OpenID, open hardware, how to lie with statistics, Postgres, FlexSpace, bacon, Portland Beer Wiki, bikes, user communities, applying massively multiplayer online role-playing game ideas to the workplace. That was actually a very interesting talk. Checkbox software licensing, pirates paying artists, and e-modeling. So just completely wild. It's more about what people are interested in that geographical area than what particular single technology you want to talk about. And the thing I observed is that these people were not talking about technology. We come here to talk about Perl. They were there to talk about what they wanted to do with technology. And nobody cared whether it was written in PHP or Perl or Python or Java or whatever. They just cared what it was going to do for them. And this is very, very different from a Perl conference. A Perl conference is all about technology. It's all about how do we do it, as opposed to what does it do. If anybody was in my old talk, they kind of mirror the same idea. So Bill Odom said, I'm sure he's on first, he said the problem with programmers is they care about code. And users don't care about code, they care about what it does. And this comes out in CPAN. Perl has CPAN, and CPAN programmers. And Perl has traditionally risen from the bottom up. You don't use Perl at a company because some executive says, let's use Perl. Unless the executive happens to already be a Perl programmer. Jesse. Perl gets used because employees started at some point messing around in an application of written Perl. A lot of the places got their, big companies now, got their start in the mid-90s when you wanted to write a cheap, simple prototype for the web, you wrote it in Perl. And then that prototype inevitably got pushed into production. And everybody would talk about, yeah, we'll rewrite it in C++, and never did. And they hired more Perl programmers and more Perl programmers and more Perl programmers. Eventually, their entire company is dependent on Perl. This has always been Perl's strength, bottom up. And this worked for us when all the web code was written in Perl. But now they're written in PHP or Rails. So we're in danger of losing this primary source of fresh learnings. So we have this perception problem because Perl talks to itself a lot. We have what I like to refer to as the echo chamber. Echo. Perl has its own tools. We have, MakeMaker and module build, our own installation stuff. We have our own protocols. We have Meta.yaml and CPAN to be considered a protocol. We have our own conferences just for Perl people. And a lot of people, like myself, who are starting going to bar camps, this is the only conferences I go to. We have our own blog site, our own journal sites, which means we have our own damn vocabulary. So people can't even talk to us. They can't find us because they go to search for Perl blog and they see nothing. They don't go to search for Perl journal. There was no reason they should know. Say again? It doesn't load even if they do. Find it. We have our own software repository. We don't use SourceForge. We use CPAN. And it's Perl only, unless Indy has his way. We have our own forums. We have our own mailing lists. We have our own social clubs. So I was in Edinburgh visiting a friend in Scotland. And I was talking with a student there who was fascinated by Perl, fascinated by the Tim Cowdy and the fact that you could do functional programming and object programming and this technique, all these techniques you've been hearing about in class. I was like, yeah, you can do that in Perl, basically. So it was very refreshing to find somebody who was really excited about Perl. And I found myself trying to apply the brakes, not to get too overly enthused when I tell them that Perl is great, can do great functional programming, which is kind of weird. But anyhow, I digress. So I invited him to Edinburgh. Perl Modders was having a social meeting, and I invited him along. And he was like, "Oh, what? The social meeting about a programming language? What do you do there?" Like, well, we talk about Perl and drink. Yeah, whiskey. We had it at the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, which, if anybody's a whiskey connoisseur and knows what a single cask whiskey is, perhaps some of the best whiskey in the world we had there. Yeah, we always had on a drink and we talked, but it was a social society around Perl, just Perl. So, Perl doesn't play well with others. That's what we see on our report card, which is pretty ironic considering we're the glue language that's supposed to play well with others. That's a problem because it means we don't talk with others, we don't hear anything from us, and we don't see anything from us, so therefore they think that we're dead. Because we're kind of like a black hole. Everything just sort of never quite gets outside of the event horizon. But I have not come here to bury Perl. I have come here to raise it from the dead! So the question is, what can you do to deal with this perception problem? What can you do to fight Perl is dead? First off, get your own domain. Back in the Web 1.0, consolidating everything into cpan.org and Perl.org subdomains and all on the same servers and having a single server cluster, that made a lot of sense because websites didn't really talk to each other and it was very expensive and difficult to do so. But now, in the Web 2.0, we can talk to each other through RSS and JSON. We can go out and buy a very good virtual server with location for a few bucks a month. That has everything set up on it, usually PHP. I find it kind of horrible that I use Dreampost and they really don't support Perl at all. I keep trying to make them do so, but that's a problem. So basically spread out. More Perl websites and more perception that Perl is lively. A lot of people just go to Perl.org and say, same thing has always been there. Must not be a whole lot going on. Because people don't search by subdomains anymore. That used to make some sense. You go to a website and find the links page, and you try to travel around through there. Now just go to Google. Google tells you where to go. Which leads to, another thing you can do is to do some search engine optimization, SEO. The good Perl websites need to start showing up on Google, and right now they tend not to. This is a big problem with when you type in Perl blog or Perl blogs. You would get some crazy hotscripts.com thing at the top, and use Perl would need to show up on the front page. Perl does and has done a little work on this. Scud has done a little work on this. Using very, very basic search engine optimization. So at least now, where Perl was anyway, is showing up on the top, and there are a couple of blogs out there, John Rockaway and Tim Thompson, two other people. So now, finally, at least the good people or the sensible information is showing up when you do a search. But just in your own domain, whatever your project is, try typing it in on Google in some ways you think people might search for it and see what happens. And then make sure the right keywords are showing up on your website and meta information. I'm not the person to tell you how to do search engine optimization. I just know it exists and you should be doing it. I'm sure there's somebody in this room that does. Anybody do the search engine optimization thing? A little bit? Yeah?
We'll all ask you.
We're going to like a user again. It's been a long time since I've written code for myself to be used. For an application, I write almost all of my code for other programmers, or just myself. It's very rare that I've started out a project just to do something because I want to actually use that project that isn't more coding. It's kind of weird when people ask me what I do, and I say, I'm a modest internationally famous programmer. And they say, oh, great, well, can I see some of the stuff you've done? I'm like, no, you wouldn't understand it. So go back to your user roots if you're the sort of person that came from the bottom up and write code that is something you want to use. And if you want to use it, maybe somebody else will want to use it. Or maybe you wind up in the next great Perl app. And I would just say, don't write the next great Perl app. Write the next great app in Perl. The important thing is not that it is a Perl app. The important thing is that it is a great app, and it happens to be written in Perl. That make sense? Choke it down, go out and install a PHP application. PHP apps are dead simple to install. You download it, you unzip it in a web directory, they give you a special URL to go to in your web browser, you go to that, you click through some forms, it tells you everything you need to do, it probes around, tells you, MySQL is missing or doesn't have a database.
come to my talk.
I didn't come to the talk. Oh.
It was about that.
Oh, well, apparently Jesse talked about this.
Which one was it? It's shipwright. That was the.
Jesse talked about shipwright. So Jesse has a solution. He's smart. He's also been more attentive than I am.
I mentioned I've been sick.
What else you can do is you can go to other geek events. Portland is unspoiled because Portland is full of geek conferences, meetings, and socials that have nothing to do with Perl or anything else. Some of them are just like, hey, we're dorks, let's go have lunch. I suspect that Tokyo is very much the same way. I have a feeling. No?
Yes, the same.
Well, the same way that we have lots of technology going on here. Okay. Barcamp, as I mentioned, was fantastic. Go to them. Try out new social clubs and geeks and things that are not just Perl. Meet new people, absorb new ideas, talk about Perl with them, and then they'll know that Perl isn't dead. Hey, look, he's a Perl programmer, and what do you know? He's not talking gibberish. Like me. And his code is actually readable. And collaborate on the project, and maybe get people to use Perl. Make use of existing protocols instead of coming up with yet another Perl-only protocol. They attach us to other communities through code. They provide technical links and reasons for us to collaborate and be seen by other communities. Like it or not, Perl can't go alone anymore. And a fantastic example of this is the CPAN Faces that is done with Graviton. And at the time that this was put up, there was a big push to, well, we should write our Perlish thing. Graviton has this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem. No. This works by email address, which means it works outside the Perl community. So all of a sudden, all these CPAN authors that thought they were just signing up for CPAN Faces are now showing up outside the Perl world, and they magically appear in other communities. If you have to write a new protocol, document it, write a white paper, maybe it's interesting, maybe other people can use it to get outside of Perl. Perl 6 is our future. So they really badly need tests written to get Perl 6 to shipping. If you want to participate in that, you can go to Calendar on irc.perl.org. CPAN needs a bunch of fixing. It needs dependability, so we operate it, things won't break. It needs shippability, and Jesse's, I guess, handled that. And it needs searchability, so you can find stuff. And it needs a very, very simple setup to hang out of those first minutes. So, my presentation is about done. I hope you learned something about zombies today, and the coming zombie apocalypse. I think I hear them coming now. I didn't bring my weapons with me. Oh no. I couldn't bring them on the plane. There's one now. They're coming for me. God. I don't have that gun. What are they going to do?
I have a Korean power adapter. Somebody lost it in the beginning.
Oh, right here.
Larry, you suck at zombies. Thank you. Oh yeah, does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions?
Is it okay if I write Perl 6 in Perl 6?
Is it okay if Larry writes Perl 6 in Perl 6?
Is it possible to send new protocol?
What? Say
Perl
again?
6? Is it Perl 6 new protocol?
Is Perl 6 a new protocol?
My papers never come out white.
White papers never come out right.
They never come out white.
White papers never come out white.
I know.
Didn't we write a bleach module for that? Maybe you can run a white paper through it. Any other questions or heckling? Come on, I'm sick, I'm woozy, you can take advantage of me. Yes?
When do we get to rush the stage?
When do we get to rush the stage? You were supposed, you missed your cue.
It's like, I said, under 5 minutes.
Anybody else? an orchestrated zombie rush on the stage, but apparently the zombies didn't get. You just can't hire with an undead henchman